I want to talk about, fantastic news. We've got the signature now on this MOU. We've seen some of the details on that. But I wonder if you take a step back, because the Strait of Hormuz has become that flashpoint. Do you believe that European countries, globally other allies, should have stepped in to open up the Strait of Hormuz? You're a NATO member. Do you think that was a miscalculation?
Listen, you asked me to come here as one of the tourism champions, and I would very much love to focus on the bright side of life. Strait of Hormuz is for these guys and for some other big guys. When it comes to us, Albania, we are very, very good friends with everyone in the Middle East, except the criminal regime of Tehran. So we wish really the best, especially for our brothers in the Gulf countries. But I was thinking, in which hotel with 5 stars in Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Albania, someone would give you this bottle without a glass and would say to you, welcome to our conference. This is how Europe is behaving lately, in an inertia that says we have everything, we don't miss anything, we are gonna be always the great, no matter what, and at the same time losing exactly what the others are catching up big time. So I believe that when it comes to Europe and Europe's role, everything is said very clearly. What is needed, what Europe has, what is missing. But there is one thing that, in fact, is the #1 problem of Europe, and that Europe is not being able to tackle, which is politics. So the capacity to have a common vision, the capacity to take common decisions, the capacity to implement in time everything that is decided. So when it comes to your Strait of Hormuz thing, it's sad to see how Europe, again, is in and out, is there and is not there. Like also when it comes to the biggest crisis Europe has faced since Second World War, the Russian aggression to Ukraine. Europe standing with Ukraine is the right thing to do, but Europe not talking at all to Russia for so many years says again a lot about what is the problem Europe has to face, which is politics and political capacity and decision.
You're an EU member candidate right now. Everything you've just described is some of the weaknesses that Europe is facing. Does that still align with what your aims are?
Well, listen, I talked about Europe, and I talk about Europe as a very convinced European, because I think that European Union is the most beautiful and the most amazing and brave imagination of the humans when it comes to politics. It's the most wonderful political project ever created by humanity. And the potential is absolutely great. So, of course, there are problems in Europe, but I always say we are in love with Europe. So I'm sure many people here know that when you are in love, everyone will tell you, don't rush to marry, because we know how it is. But this will not prevent you to marry. You want to marry, and we want to marry with Europe because it's the right place to be. Then how things will unfold is another story. But we want this marriage. We are obsessed about it, and we will get there no matter what, and sooner more than later.
Fantastic. And you've been engaged for a long time, so, you know, we'll
No,
consummate soon.
no, the problem is even worse. We haven't been engaged for a long time. We have been in love for a long time, like Romeo under the closed window of Julia. And then Julia appeared, but Julia's parents told us, you are good, we're gonna give a thought about it. And then one day we'll decide to start talking. So we fought to start talking. Now we are talking, and through the talks, I hope we'll marry.
Okay, fantastic. Fernando, let's talk about always interesting analogies. One that has ignited massive debate around politics, influence, and capital. You have seen, and we've all seen, the protest action in Albania, in the capital city. The EU Commission has warned around Albania ensuring that it sticks to environmental rules. You've seen pushback. There's a lot of stuff out there, Prime Minister, so take me through where you stand right now. What's the status of this luxury resort and investment, $4 billion worth?
Thank you so much for this question, because I'm sure that many people here are interested due to the digital outrage that has spread all over the world. And let me just very quickly give you a background. Albania, when I got in office, was a country with less than 10 billion euro GDP and around 2 million tourists, among which also the Prime Minister and everyone else were counted like tourists every time they re-enter the country after going somewhere. So I mean, Albania last year ended with more than 27 billion of GDP and with 12 million tourists. Our foreign direct investments have been in the range of 300 million when I took office, and last year they went beyond 1.6 billion, which is quite relevant for a country like us. So we have now jumped in another league in many ways. And so since a great visionary from the Middle East, whose name is Mohammed El Alabar, came to Albania and dared to offer to our country a bigger vision than the usual small investments, Albania became a place where people started to look differently, also in the level of big business and investment. And so we are now in a moment in time when we can go through with the biggest investment in tourism in the whole Europe, which is more than 4 billion euro, and an investment that has been thought since the first day as a way to showcase that nature and people can coexist, and that a regenerative life for nature and for people is the way through. So best architects, best landscape designers, best water engineers have been involved. That will be for sure so beneficial to Albania. Yesterday evening I was asked by close to everyone, what's wrong with you people? You know, everyone would like to have this. But on the other hand, I have to say this. To me, the fact that there are people in Albania nowadays that get in the street and protest, and in the name of nature and in the name of protecting birds, it's amazing. It's amazing for a country that until a decade ago was a destination for hunting barbarians, tourists with rifles that were being smuggled in the country and coming from this country and other Western countries to kill big-time birds and animals with no control. So, or 10 years ago, Albania was a place where the forests were full of noise of the machines that cut trees. So we went through moratoriums of 10 years for cutting trees, for hunting. We have tripled the population of birds in Albania and so on, and we'll go through. But one thing I want to say here, the digital outrage, of course, has been provoked mostly because Kushner and Trump, shadow behind, are enough to bring a lot of people from a lot of ways of life, from a lot of continents, just jumping. But the amount of falsehoods, the amount of fake videos, the amount of videos that were taken from protests in different countries and were pushed as protests in Albania, the amount of bots that have been entering there from our enemy. We have an enemy. We have only one enemy, which is the Khomeini's Republic of Iran, and they are engaged since 3 years in a ruthless cyber attack against Albania, and they entered also in this game. The amount of craziness that
so
has
Prime Minister,
been, it's something that I want to say is corroding from within our democracies, is bringing European and European perimeter in some paths that sooner more than later will completely destroy the sense of politics, the sense of decision making, the sense of compromise in our part of the world. So this is what I have seen from that. And it's time that democracies stop to believe that the freedom of reach is an extension of the freedom of speech. The freedom of reach is what every regime, through every propaganda, has done to go in every brain and to put the lie in the brain.
Thank you for that context, and we've run out of time. I'm going to give you quick 5 questions, just yes or no. Has the land been bought already by the investors? Has the land been bought already by the investors?
Listen, don't go there, because you remember me now that you are from CNN.
Yes,
and,
no problem. Let's stick to the facts.
I hate to say that in this, I've learned in the hard way that you are not an objective source, but you being Greek makes me feel in obligation to not go there. So yes, the land has been bought by the investors. Yes, it's a private land. Yes, an environmental impact assessment is ongoing. Yes, there is not yet a project being approved. Yes, there is not yet a building permission. Yes, there is nothing that has to make worry any environmentalist that think right. And yes, Albania will go forward, and Albania cannot save Europe in only one thing. The social media. If the social media will continue to be given a free ride, Europe will collapse from within. And then the shields against missiles and against rockets will be worthless, because there will be nothing to protect.
Prime Minister, very quickly. EU Commission says you've got to stick to environmental rules, they're warning. You've also got the issue with protests. So how are you going to change the message so it resonates with the protests and protesters and ensure that the EU Commission is on your side?
I have a news for you. The majority of the Albanian people want the project. Where the project is going to happen is a city that is in a very large majority looking forward for the project, and there is no protest. The community where the project is going to develop wants the project. So what you see is not exactly what is going on. The outrage is there, I understand, but when it will fade away, and when I will send a very special invitation to CNN to come for the opening, everyone will be happy, and I'm sure that it will be a great chance for CNN to redeem.
Redeem.
To redeem. You
Redeem
need
from asking
redemption.
questions.
You need redemption
Our job is
towards
to ask
Albania, the
questions,
Albanian
Prime
people,
Minister.
and towards even the birds. You know, you need a moment of redemption because the birds, the waters, the trees, and everything will be much better than it is today. The project aims to have a net positive 25% more green than it is today.
Fantastic.
Today, the waters of the lagoon are infectious, and we will have a complete different system to make the waters clean again, like you say in the United States. Clean again, not great again.
All right.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you for clarifying all of that. It's taken.
What?
It took. Thank you for clarifying all of that.
No,
I appreciate it.
I thought you were thanking for the invitation. This
No,
is most
are you
important.
inviting me? I don't know. But
The
listen, you know, our job is to ask questions, and
sure.
and
Sure.
of course, your responses are always very welcome.
Listen,
We've run out of time. I
the
want to get
problem
into
are
His
not the
Excellency.
questions. The problem is the spin. And I will tell it all the way because I haven't the possibility to tell. I was a guest in CNN. I had an interview. And fair enough, all of them who think differently had their time. But for the anchor who invited me as a guest to publish in her profile a statement that was offensive, not critical, offensive to me, is really something. That's why I think Albania owes to this lost soul the possibility to come, kiss the birds, and redeem, and we'll do it. Thank you.